To the 578 number?
No, unfortunately they do not, so it's a waste of time calling from that number because they know that's the office number or a campus number, meaning a teacher, an advisor, or a coach, and they construe that as a bad thing happening, so they will stay away from all 578 numbers, so that's not a good idea to call that. I'd say it changes every 3 months or so.
What's the quickest way to reach them, either calling or texting or email?
Well, I think texting is a pretty good way to do it because they know they can't dodge that. They'll see it on their phone. Emails, I don't think they check their emails once every 6 years, so I would not email. I would text first, and I would call second. I think texting's a pretty quick way.
Last question. Does Coach Miles text at all, and do you text yourself?
I text, absolutely. Coach Miles usually won't text our own players. He'll have the position coach get a hold of the guy that he wants to get to talk to or speak with. But when that was a part of recruiting, Coach Miles text messaged every day and did a good job. When that was legal for recruits, we could do that. He did a good job, as did the rest of the coaches, text messaging. But once that was outlawed, Coach will text message us during recruiting when we're out on the road. If he can't have time for a call, hey, call me later, or text message us about something. So yeah, he does use text.
All right. What's your name? What do you do?
My name is David Messer. I work over here with the football team. I'm a graduate assistant athletic trainer.
What's the best way to get in touch with athletes, football players in general?
Probably the best way to get in touch with the football players is through text messaging, because a lot of times we're trying to get a hold of them in the mornings, dealing with when they're going to come in for treatments if they're injured. So a lot of times they're in class and they'll respond to text messages, but if you try and call them in the morning especially, they usually don't pick up.
Why is it so hard to get in touch with us?
Like I said previously, probably most of the time, some of the times the guys are in class or they're sleeping, their phones are on silent. But I'd say sometimes, if it's not an important issue, they just don't want to deal with it. So,
of your knowledge, do players really answer the 578 numbers?
Well, some of the players, the ones that have been here for a while, usually have the training room phone number plugged into their phone, so they know when we're calling. But if it's another 578 number, I would say usually they don't pick up.
Why is that?
Probably worried it's something that they want them to come in. Yeah, it might be one of the coaches telling them they need to come in, or if they miss something, or it could be something to do with them missing class or whatnot. So,
have players sometimes been known to avoid you in the past when you were looking for them or trying to get a hold of them for treatment?
Oh yeah, or sometimes drug testing. If they think they have a drug test coming up, and we have to give them verbal notification about the test, like the day of, they'll avoid calls, or they won't even, you have to go hunt them down in the locker room or whatnot, or during their workout to get a hold of them. So yeah, definitely they avoid us sometimes.
Look at my guns.
Man, come on, bro.
My name is Ali Highsmith. I graduated from LSU in 2007. National championship year. Yeah, check out my guns.
Being a player, what's the easiest way for a coach or a trainer for somebody to get in touch with you?
They gotta catch me. They gotta see me because I don't really answer phone. They gotta catch me because I don't really pick up the phone too well. Like my phone be on silent most of the times. I be asleep or in class, sleep, or like just paying attention to something that I'm not supposed to be doing or whatever.
Of your knowledge, or do you yourself, or do you know if players answer 578 numbers at all?
Well, me personally, I really don't answer them unless it's like a number that I know that I need to answer, but most of the time it's not the case, so I don't answer because sometimes it's like academic people and they want you to come to study hall, and I'm not really a big fan of study hall, so I just don't answer. And if they send me a text, I'll probably text them back and tell them I'm in class or I'm working out or something.
How often do you or players that you know of have to change numbers or just want to change numbers?
Well, I mean, I haven't changed my number since high school, but I know a lot of people that change their numbers very frequently. I mean, they say it's because a lot of people be calling them or something like that, or they even have two phones. So, I mean, for coaches or training room personnel, they have to have both numbers just in case they need to get in contact with you. But I mean, other than that, I really don't. Me myself, I don't never change my number.
What's the quickest way to get in contact with you? Text, email, or cell?
It's better to text me, especially you girls. Y'all can text me. My number is 777 777-1111.
Have you ever been known to avoid training room personnel or coaches whenever you didn't feel like talking to them?
Maybe coaches, but not training room personnel. Nah, because I feel like I got to take care of my body. So if it's something that I know I need to do in the training room, I probably pick up their phone calls or at least text them back if they text me. But coaches, I feel like I deal with them enough, so I just see them later.
2010.
Okay. How important is your cell phone?
That's my life. But like today I missed class just walking back across campus to go get it.
Okay, so is that the best way that your coaches and advisors and mentors and stuff get in contact with you?
Yes, they tell me if I have some study, if a study guide pops up or something like that, they text me and I run right over there to the college building, as well as tutors who want to cancel and save me the the stress of coming there and waiting for them when they ain't gonna be there.
So do they use other computer mandated communications besides your cell phone?
Yes, the computer, somebody else's cell phone.
How often do you check your email on your computer?
Not that often, only when I go to study halls ever since my computer got stolen.
So do you get your email sent to your cell phone?
I could get them sent to my cell phone, but I choose not to because I wouldn't.
Hey, we with my boy Big Meech right here. Big Meech, tell me how you use your phone, Big Meech, and how critical it is to text message as an athlete. So just give me a little 411 on how you use your telephone.
Probably text 80% of the time and talk on it about 20% of the time.
So what's the difference between texting and talking for you? Do you like to text, or do you
I like to text. I really hate talking. Texting is so
why
much
you
easier.
hate talking, man? You supposed to talk. That's why we use the telephone.
But texting is a lot faster and it's a lot easier. It's like I can talk to like 5 people at one time texting rather than just one person when you just talk on the phone.
I appreciate that for your time, Big Meech. So tell me, like, texting is an easy way to communicate with your coaches, or like you talk to them on the phone?
Yeah, like Coach G, he'll send a text like every day, you know what I'm saying? Just look at it. Sometimes you don't even have to reply, so it's a lot easier than talking because, I mean, it's right there. And then they tell you when practice is, just like a little message, you know?
And like with your mentors and, your
advisors. Set up little meetings and stuff. They text too, we all text. It's just the easiest thing to do.
I appreciate it, Bill. I'm just going to record you.
You cut your own hair.
Yeah. Hold on, what's the question?
The best way,
the real thing.
Like, how do you feel about communication with your coaches and like text messages and stuff like that?
What's the best way to communicate?
What's the best way to communicate? The best way to communicate is by telephone, but me personally, I don't answer all my phone calls and I accept the text message before I accept the phone call.
So like you feel better for you to text than talk? Do you like texting or you like talking?
Yeah, I love texting. I don't too much like talking.
Is that how you communicate with your coaches?
I communicate with everybody texting. Sometimes I want to answer the phone, sometimes I want to talk to you. I can be just lazy. See, on text message, see, you just don't want to talk to the person, but you can text all day. You know, they don't know your facial expressions through a text message.